Welcome to the apex of sports ownership, the Apex Athletic Collective.
What's up, dude?
What's up with you, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great.
You know, we're past a baker's dozen now. This is the 14th episode since like April or something. I don't know. Crazy stuff. We're less than 2 months away from the season. Got a big tryout coming up in less than 2 weeks. We got a lot going on. But did you notice anything different about the screen here tonight?
The name? No,
Yeah. It's got our names now.
Green.
And let me tell you something. Here's why I put our names in. All right, you weren't here last week. But you know, people know our names, right? Frosty and Spacely, we're on every week. We're talking to folks. That's great. People know our names, but they don't know everybody's names that we're bringing on tonight. I promised last week. I didn't talk to you about this, so if you're gonna be mad about it, you know, it's too bad. You snooze, you lose. But I promised to bring our new member on tonight. Our first new owner. I'm really excited about that. So we're gonna bring him on now. And then you know what? I thought maybe we'd bring on a couple other guests as well. Let's have a guest extravaganza. What do you think?
Yes, sir. Let's do that.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's bring on our new member real quick. Jake, how's it going, man?
Hey guys, it's great. Pleasure being on board here.
Man, we are happy to have you.
Absolutely.
You know, so Jake went through the application process, did an interview with us, went through the whole thing, committed to doing a bunch of free work for us. Actually, you paid us to do work. That's dumb.
Yeah, actually, I did.
And now you're a member of the team. Tell folks who may not know anything about you a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Jake. You guys might know me if you're familiar with the FCF. I was known as Big Sap or Jakey Muffins over there. Season 1 or season V 1.0, whatever. I was the most valuable fan of the Beast. Frosty and I were on quite a few of both the FCF streams and I think some of Jigga's streams as well, talking about our most valuable fandom, some of the prizes we got with that. Super big sports fan. I grew up a Buccaneers fan. I moved down to Florida like a couple months back so I could start going to games. But I'm also a Syracuse basketball fan. So for basketball, that's my team.
That's dope.
Nice.
You know, you couldn't have picked two worse teams unless it was like the Red Sox and the Cubs or something. You know, that's embarrassing for you. So anyway, well, Jake, we're happy to have you on. Jake's gonna hopefully appear a lot more on these shows, help us out with our streaming content and stuff. And you know, I think it's a really good night to have you on board, Jake. I didn't tell you this in the pregame because I forgot. But we have two other guests tonight. We're just gonna bring them on because I'm too excited to make them wait in the back too much longer. So we brought AB and Dylan Ware, our two most recent signings for the team. We're gonna bring them on. We're gonna talk ABA. These guys know the ABA. They know in particular one other team in Indiana that we're not gonna mention on the stream to give them free publicity, right? But they know the league. They know basketball. They're gonna be awesome for us. So I'm gonna bring them on. If that's okay with you, Jake. I don't know. You're like one of the owners. I gotta ask you now. Let's do it. All right.
Yo.
What's up, Jake?
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
What's up? What's up, guys?
Oh, what's up? Y'all caught me in the middle of eating shit.
That's what I was hoping for. Look, I didn't tell you all this. I could see your all's pictures down below, so I just wait for the most opportune time to bring someone on screen. I was like, he's stuffing his face with chips. I'm bringing him up now. You know what I'm saying?
That's how he gets me every time. That's how he gets me every time. All right.
I'm gonna finish these later.
So, AB, while you finish your chips, we're gonna come to you next. But Dylan, tell the fans a little bit about yourself. Who are you? You know,
My name's Dylan Ware, 22 years old. Played basketball at IU, bit of experience. AB, I thought you said you were gonna finish them later. No, but I played a year of college basketball up at IUK. I got a little bit of ABA experience, some TBL experience. 6'7", 6'8", somewhere around there. And you'll probably see 50% of my points come off dunks.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Hey, AB, what about you, man? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, the AB stands for Alex Brown. 7 foot. I played college ball at San Jose State. After that, I played overseas in numerous countries, just to name a few: Spain, Europe, Dominican Republic, France, and I played in the ABA a few years. So I've been around a little bit.
You guys should have started like right here, and then he had to come in and
I know, right?
Far a little bit.
You know, they told me, bro, you can't spell ABA without AB. That's all I heard. So
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Look,
yes.
Look, he's been workshopping that joke for like 2 weeks now. You know, he's had it in his back pocket.
It's
like, that's the only joke I got.
I'm using that forever.
All right. Well,
yes, sir.
I gotta ask you guys the most pressing question on my mind. I'm gonna lead off. I'm gonna let Spacely and Jake go after. You know, I'm gonna Kanye this a little bit, but this is the most important question. I asked the same thing to Joe a couple weeks ago when he came on. What do y'all think of the jerseys?
Fire! I can't wait to put it on.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
So
I can't. I've been trying to find shoes right now to go with that jersey. Both of them.
Yeah. We love them. We interesting. I told you all, we run our company a little different. One of the things we do is we let fans make a lot of decisions. Fans came up with the name Instigators. We actually had a fan who designed the logo. And we did a kind of, I'll call it August Madness. So we let fans submit all kinds of jersey submissions.
A little bit of that.
Yeah. And so that was the one. I didn't win, which was a travesty because it was better. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, this jersey is way better than what I designed. I'm not gonna lie. I suck at designing.
It wasn't better than mine. I'll put it that way. It wasn't better.
It was better than yours for sure. But it's awesome. We're excited about it. I think that black is gonna really pop. So we're pumped about it. Sure. So you mentioned earlier you both played in the TBL as well. We talk about the Lebanon Leprechauns quite a bit. And they're a great team, a great franchise. I think you both played for them, right? Play for them currently. Tell us a little bit of difference between the TBL and the ABA.
ABA's
well, for me, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'll take advantage of this. You never tell me to go first. Like the ABA is more fast paced, more offensive scoring, more fast break, more dunks, more flashy play. TBL is a little bit more not that.
Yeah.
So it depends if you fast breaks, fast dunks, hard working, good defense, good offense, and ABA is the place for you.
Yeah, cool. AB, what were you gonna say?
I'll say for me, the difference is the ABA, we have like FIBA rules. So, I can stay in the paint as long as I want to, which is great. And I can knock the ball off the rim. So that's pretty amazing to me. You can't do that in TBL. So I had to kind of get off that for a minute. So, but other than that, like Dylan said, the ABA is more like fast paced. I wouldn't say pickup ball, but somewhere along the lines.
I'll give you guys the real reason he came in right behind me.
What's that?
He doesn't want everyone to be able to see when I dunk on him in practice. Like that translates to the game. He was like, "Man, I got it."
Right.
It's like we got to be on the same team. I hear that.
I won't. He gets me sometimes too, though. I won't lie.
Yeah. So, funny story is the first time Dylan came to the other Indiana team, we're not going to mention, he came to a practice and somebody threw me a lob and I caught it backwards and dunked on Dylan. Literally the next play down, I didn't know Dylan could jump like that. So the next play down, he literally comes baseline, and I jump, and he dunked on me. I'm like, who is this kid? Ever since then, we've been brothers.
That's dope. No, it's interesting. We watched, when we started talking to you guys about coming and possibly playing, I went and looked at some of the highlights, that were put out by the ABA with you guys. And it was so funny how many of the plays had both of you in them. No matter who it was a highlight for, you were both in the play in some way. And I was like, man, to get both of these guys that we see on here all the time doing this is really dope. You could tell you guys just had a chemistry and felt comfortable playing together, which is great.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
After
He's like, it's like yin and yang. He's like the cool, calm one, and I'm the loud, obnoxious one. So.
That's like me and Frosty.
Yeah, that's true. You're pretty obnoxious. Yeah.
I was gonna say I'll let y'all pick out which one's which, but whatever.
How hard is it to transition between the two leagues with two different rule sets? Like, do you have to take a minute? Like that first game, is it like, oh yeah, I gotta get out of the paint in 3 seconds, or is it like,
so it's pretty natural, but so last year was my first year in the TBL, so I fouled out my first 2 games just because I'm not really thinking. In the ABA, you get away with a whole lot.
Yeah.
In the ABA, you get away with a whole lot. TBL, no. So I had to, stop doing certain things. And after those first 2 games, I never fouled out again. So
yeah,
he's not lying. I fouled out either the first in the second game or the first in the third game too.
Do y'all think that has some sort of benefit though, being able to kind of blend both styles, kind of back and forth? Does it benefit? Is it more of a benefit or more of like a deterring factor? Or how's that?
I think it's more beneficial because you learn 2 things. So it's just like learning how to spell your name. It's tough at first, but then you get the hang of it, and it's just like just comes natural. So anytime I see that red, white, and blue ball, I know what I can and can't do. So
right. Gotcha.
No, I gotta be honest, man. I still haven't learned how to spell my name. That's why it says Frosty. Like that's the only thing I learned how to spell, so I just stuck with it. I was like, I'm not gonna waste my time with anything else.
Yeah.
Just like
you need help,
AB,
we can definitely help you with that.
I appreciate that.
If you need help, learning how to spell your name, we got you. Oh man. What about you, Dylan? About the same or what?
I mean, it was kind of an easy adjustment because I got some practices in. AB came in a few games late, so he just kind of had to jump in. I got a few practices in early and was able to get with it beforehand, so it was a little bit easier for me. I feel like it's good to be able to play both styles of basketball too, because like I said, it's not. I mean, either way you look at it, it's still basketball. But there is small, subtle differences, certain things you can do in one that you can't do in the other, certain plays that might work in one that don't work in the other, so it's a little bit – it definitely helps build your game in different aspects.
Yeah. Good. That's good to hear, man. I'll let Corey go ahead and take the wheel again. That just popped in mind.
Oh, that's good. I got a million questions. That's how I roll. That's why I'm the host of this thing. All right,
go.
So
we got a million answers.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I want to hear. So I know you all haven't met Coach Patterson yet. I'm sure you see. I don't know if you've seen him on social media or not. Have you guys had a chance to check out Coach?
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram.
All right, because I want to warn you, this dude is jacked. Like, jacked. He's a personal trainer. Is his full-time job. He did, he's done coaching and stuff. But dude, first time, like when we did the first tryout, like a month ago. Stepped on the court with this guy and he's just like ripped. You could tell like he's doing all this lifting and stuff. And he's not afraid to step on the court. He at the tryout, he's like, no, I'm gonna step on the court. I'm gonna show you how to do this. So it was pretty funny. So if you get a chance, special bonus points if you dunk on Coach. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? Like although he's wearing
how many bonus points?
At least 50.
Yeah.
At least 50. All right.
At
So
least
listen, when me and Dylan dunked on him, we're gonna tell him you put a target on his back.
That's fair. That's right. That's right. Just remember, my name is Spacely.
Yeah.
Because that guy will beat me up. How'd you all get into the ABA initially?
Well, me, I knew a guy from years ago. We played on a team probably like 10 years ago, and he moved out here to Indy. He tried to get me out here like 3-4 years, and I'm like, nah, I don't want, I'm good. I'm just gonna stay home. Then I came back from overseas, and I was bored, so I just came over here and tried it out. Played with the team for I think 3 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now it's time for change.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
On mine, I gotta give a huge shout out to my guy Mike Carter. He after college was up, I kind of wanted to give it up. Especially because I had a kid on the way. It was just time to work, and he talked me into coming back and playing, trying to find the love for the game again, and it definitely helped me do that.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that's a good shout out. Good shout out, Mike Carter.
I mean, obviously some of the other guys on the team as well. If you guys can't tell yet, me and AB are pretty close. There's some other guys on the team I'm close with too. But like I said, I never met those guys if it wasn't for Mike.
Yeah, that's dope.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
dope. Is that why you guys still play? Love of the game? Or are you hoping to, like some guys, in the ABA, you got an eclectic bunch. You got guys that are hoping to get into bigger, better leagues. Some guys that went overseas before, like AB, that want to do it now. What do you guys like? Are you just looking to ball out in the ABA and the TBL? Is that your thing? Or are you looking for something bigger and better?
Well, me personally, I'm on my last stretch of basketball.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little up there in age, but I'm just here to play for as long as I can.
Yeah.
So
it's probably I'm probably had a few different TBL season to go to. Again, whenever it came time to be supposed to do it, I couldn't deal with leaving my son.
Yeah, that's tough for sure. But we're happy to have you. We're gonna dominate. Our slogan is "Be great, instigate," or "Instigate, dominate." Those are the two that we use. We're hoping to instigate a lot of entertainment this year. Jake, we got you on here. What do you want to talk about? I just harangued him with this. He had no idea it was coming.
No, you're good. I guess the question for both of you guys: is there a story behind the number you play with?
I've been 4 for a while. It was my number on and off growing up whenever I could get it, and then pretty much through high school, or at least my last 2 years of high school, whenever I could get it again, like I said. And then college, I was number 13, but then since then I've been 4 pretty much every year besides last year in the TBL because someone else took it. Like I got it tattooed on my body, everything.
Dang, yeah.
Yeah.
The reason I chose number 7 is I'm a Melo fan.
Oh,
okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm a Syracuse
I'm a
grad,
big
so-
Melo fan.
Yeah.
Big Melo fan.
He played with Melo back in the day too.
So,
Don't hide that fact just a little bit.
Yeah.
That's dope.
G League Slim.
Yeah. We played together too, but I was G League Slim's what they call me. But I was just always a fan of his game ever since he was at Syracuse, and he was just, I don't know, just buckets, all buckets. So I was like, I need to play like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. He was a dude that had
and I'm 7 foot, so
it makes sense.
Me too.
No,
Me too.
Yeah, that's why Spacely's number is 53 because he's 5'3".
No, I am not. Oh man.
What else you got, brother?
I got a question. Well, I guess it kind of was already answered, but my question would have been, so like, it's more of a statement leading into the question, but like, our goal with this franchise is not only just to build a platform for ourselves, but like for you guys outside of basketball, when basketball is out the way, right? We want to be able to build a platform for all of our guys, everybody associated with the franchise, to kind of have something bigger than just the game itself. You know what I mean? Even if it's just on a fan relationship type level, you know what I mean? Just being able to build your guys' platform onto the next step of life, in general. So like, if there was, I guess, what do you guys search for, like, in a franchise, or fan base in general? Like, is there anything that really stands out to you guys specifically, on your end?
Support, man. Support is all it is. That's all. It's all
Yeah.
that I feel like I asked for. I mean, and it doesn't even. You just come out, clap, have fun. I promise you, me and AB are gonna put on a show. Some of the other guys are gonna put on a show, and after the game, we'll be right there, meeting everybody, talking to everybody. I promise the fans love us.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Taking pictures, signing
especially the
autographs.
kids. You know, AB love the kids.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
They come
Yes,
up to you
sir.
like your knee, you know. You gotta really reach down for those kids.
Yeah, it's they all look up like, oh my god, and I'm just looking down.
Hey, that's a sensitive subject for me. One of my sisters, you ask her who her favorite player is, she doesn't say me anymore.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's why.
It's me. It's me.
Oh, that's funny.
Heartbroken.
Yeah, go Spacely.
No, I was just thinking out loud. You go ahead.
Man, no wonder it was so slow. Just messing with you. Just messing with you, brother.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot else. We just want to get you on and chat up a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys are welcome to come back at any time. You let me know. We do this every Friday night.
All right. Well, I got a question for you guys.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a question. So, what are you guys looking forward to this year with, like, me and Dylan, like, on the just basketball wise? What are you guys?
Yeah.
Let me
go for it.
Go ahead and start this one. Man, look, our goal right now, even though we're an expansion team, inaugural season, all that, yada, yada, we want to be competitive. We want to win, right? We have, any team in the ABA has the same slim chance of winning the championship, point blank, just being in the league, right? But we just got two key pieces. You two are, like, huge key pieces to not just this year, but, like I said, heading into the future, right? Just being able to build around you guys, being able to build the whole roster, and being competitive, man. And like you guys said earlier, man, just kind of feeding off each other, feeding off that energy. I think once we piece you guys around the rest of the roster and everybody starts to gel together, it ain't no telling where we go, man. We could easily win a championship year one. Not easily, but you know what I mean. It's gonna take work. It's gonna take a lot of grinding, but it's an opportunity that's there for the taking,
We're
right?
gonna win games. I promise you that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's, I guess, like, on my end, I know it's, we all kind of work in the same groove, really. But in my personal answer, yeah, that's it. It's just come out, be competitive, grind together, and you guys got that down already. You know that, but just be able to gel together, man. Have some fun too, because this is a game at the end of the day too. You know what I mean? So just be able to ball together, man.
For me, man, I love watching Mike D'Antoni's offenses, like those fast-paced, running up and down the court. Like, and I don't care what kind of offense we run. Ultimately, that's coach's decision. But that's one of the reasons that I like the ABA so much, is because it is fast-paced. Folks are running all over the place. Honestly, I just want to see y'all dunk and put on a show. Both of y'all just going full out, dunking the ball and feeding each other. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know if you guys have seen too many ABA games, but you gotta ask some people who had the best backcourt, the fastest, most athletic backcourt in the league.
Yeah,
definitely the Midwest, if not the whole league. Ask some people. Yeah. I bet they'll say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
Ultimately.
And if not, we got highlights dunking on them to prove them wrong.
But yeah, ultimately, like, I really want to see an entertaining version of basketball, right? Like that's what I'm about. Like, we could hit mid-range jumpers all game, right? And it'd be boring as hell. It'd look like it's like the 1940s, or we can be flying high and
it's not
going all
fun.
over the place. Yeah, exactly. So I want to have fun and win. So let's do both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Preach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
I'd
sir.
say pretty much I'll go in line with the other two guys, put on a good show. Definitely looking forward to some dunks. I really also want to see like the fan interactions. Every time there's a big play, you get the crowd going. Like that's one of my favorite things like about basketball. The crowd really gets into that dunks, any kind of big play in the game.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Favorite thing to do.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, so
definitely our favorite thing to do.
Hey,
After a dunk, we're always looking in the crowd, looking for someone to point to, a kid to slap their hand as we're going past something. So
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Whenever one of us gets going on the dunks, it's like something just happens. It's like, oh, you got one?
yeah.
Oh, give me one. Oh, you got one? Okay, I gotta give me another one.
Yes,
So-
sir.
yeah, it's pretty much us going back and forth. Like, oh, you think you gonna get a dunk? Oh, I'm gonna get a tip back on somebody. Oh, okay, well now I gotta catch a lob on somebody. So it's always within the
Just
game. It's
one-upmanship.
always us two being competitors.
We
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
with each other on who'd have more dunks.
That's awesome.
Ooh-wee. Man. So yeah, if
AB,
y'all can
Dylan, go ahead.
go ahead. I was just gonna make a joke, man. Go ahead, you good.
I was just gonna say, what other questions you all got? What else you all want to share? We want to give you
All right,
guys the
and
mic.
then all right. So I just need help getting my vert up probably about 12 inches. So like maybe we'll get to that later on. But
Plyometrics.
There you go.
I was just gonna say plyometrics will get you there.
We could do that. We could do that.
And it's basically nothing's gonna
anyway.
get you there, man.
Yeah.
It'll give me there, man. Come on, stop. I gotta get on the court too now. I got it. See.
You running with
Dylan-
us?
I'm already halfway there.
He does every night when he goes to sleep. That's all I gotta say. That's when he's running the court.
Hey.
Shooting in the trash can. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I do, baby. That's what I do. I really don't have too much questions. Like, we speak a lot, so like most of the time, I've already bounced something off on you guys, or one thing or another. Just really wanted to be able to get you guys, like I said earlier, get you guys in the face of our fans and kind of just let you guys introduce yourself. So I don't have nothing really, not off the top of my head, at least. You know what I mean? I don't have much outside of everything we spoke about already. How about you though, Jake? You got anything else?
I know AB kind of answered it already. It seemed like it was Melo. Dylan, do you have like a favorite player, a player that you kind of followed growing up?
LeBron.
Yeah.
There ain't no getting around it. That's my guy. That's always been my guy. You're going back old school though. I really liked Penny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Big guard before big guards were popular.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, guys, with that, I think we're gonna let you get off the air tonight. But do me a favor before you do. Shout out your social media so folks can follow you that watch and listen to this in the next several weeks as we post it.
Instagram's just the name DI11ONWARE. Give me a follow. Let me know. Send me a message. Tell me you're excited for the season. I'll respond to everybody. Yeah.
My Instagram is just my name, Alex Brown, ALEXBROWN. It's not hard. I do have TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. If you have TikTok, follow me on TikTok. It's always a good show on TikTok. But my TikTok handle is G_League Swim. So that's G_LEAGUESLIM.
Look, you can
Nice.
spell.
Nice.
Hey, I wish
Awesome.
you guys last year could have seen how happy this dude was as soon as he could start going on TikTok live. because you got to have a certain amount of followers or something.
Oh yeah.
He got it, and I'm talking about he was live almost for 48 hours straight while we were out.
Got to.
That's
Got
dope.
to. Yes,
That's
sir.
dope.
Got to.
Y'all. Hop on the TikTok.
That's
All right,
awesome.
boys.
We were
And
founding
for any companies that may watch this now or in the future, keep in mind that we do have the sponsorship package for players, $3,500 each. Dylan and AB are excellent candidates for that. They're awesome dudes. I know they'll rep your brand well. So if you're interested in that, let us know. Reach out to us. Otherwise, Dylan, AB, we'll let you go. Thanks so much for hopping on. We're so excited to have you guys. We're excited to dominate this season.
I said no problem. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Great talking to you guys.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Meet us. Yep. You guys too.
All right, you too.
Yep.
Man, two awesome dudes. I can't wait. Dude, nothing has gotten me more hyped for the season than what we just did with those guys. They're awesome.
I got it. You seen it.
Have you seen that viral video of that guy that's like, people don't think of me as an athlete? And he does like this weird jump and he's like, that's the move that made LeBron cry. He's like,
I got to start putting out content like that.
Oh man.
You remember the tryout clip I put up? It's me outside in my backyard, the soccer ball.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
We gotta start dropping
that everywhere on Discord, man.
Dude, it went viral on Discord and 2 servers.
It went viral. Is that possible on Discord? I don't know how Discord works enough to know. Jake, is that possible? I don't know.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure you don't want it to be, but I'm sure it is. Like if it happens, it's probably not for the best. But let's get back to business.
Let's get back to business. This show's gone way off the rails. In a good way though. So Jake, let's actually talk a little bit about your membership. You're the first new member that we've had. Talk a little bit about what interests you in AAC.
Yeah. So obviously, I think like many other people, I've always had the dream of being an owner in a sports franchise. So this is a great first step. With the instigators, hopefully we can grow from there. That's one of the things I look forward to doing is not only building success here, but I like the whole foundation of the AAC and what that can encompass in the future. But yeah, also like I was really involved with the FCF and kind of been on a hiatus for quite a bit now and have some free time and looking to dedicate my free time to sports again. I really enjoyed the FCF when that was going. I think this is going to be even better, having a little bit more of a hands-on with this.
Yeah, no, it feels like a natural progression from that, right? And so I'm excited about it. You live in Florida now, right? You said you just moved there a little while ago.
Yeah, I'm in Daytona. I literally live like right across the street from the track.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let us know how much it costs to get a NASCAR team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think they're pretty expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things I really like about the AAC eventually, right? We're talking long term here a little bit, is the idea that we have like owners that are, in different parts of the country. I know Spacely thinks about all the time, like what sport should I put near me? Like, what sport do you want to see us put in Florida? Like, if you pick any sport, regardless of cost, what are you picking?
If we're doing regardless of cost, I guess I would go with racing. Is some form of motorsports. I do like NASCAR. I live right across from the track, but I love cars. I love motorsports. I was a car salesman for the most part of the past year. I have a couple of cars. I have one that I like. Kind of almost do like a pimp my ride type thing, a little bit too much with that. I put like decals, I put vinyls on it. And the one thing everybody always freaks out about is I pop the glove box and there's a PS2 in there.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess motorsports. I love watching racing. Even if it's not racing, there's like drifting leagues now. Like I think
Yeah.
that's something that could be really cool and get like a lot of hits
Yeah.
virally.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
basically, you a racing fan?
Yeah, well, not so much. I mean, I've been to a lot of racing events.
Yeah.
My wife, she actually works for a company that owns the racetrack out here, so we always get free events all the time, right? Um, but I'm more of like a street racing kind of guy myself. I'm not so much
Mhm.
into NASCAR. I'll sit there and watch it if I'm at the event, right? But
Yeah,
I can't say that I don't enjoy it while I'm there for sure. I
Yeah.
just don't really pop it up on the TV too much,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
But yeah, I'm more into like the street
Mhm.
racing drifting, like you said. That's why you see
yeah,
my eyes probably pop out when you said that. I was like, actually, yeah,
yeah.
that's a great idea. That
Yeah.
would be so fun.
I'm. I don't watch NASCAR. I did as a kid, but now I watch every Formula One race there is. I watch every IndyCar race there is. IndyCar, I just recently got into because of Romain Grosjean, right? The Phoenix who went from Formula One to IndyCar. This dude, it's basically, I don't know if you've seen this. Romain Grosjean, he raced for the only American team in Formula One. Wrecked his car a couple of years ago, and the whole thing just lit on fire. He had third-degree burns all over his body. And this dude
Wow.
got back into racing a year later in IndyCar for the Andretti team, and was racing there. He just lost his job because he wasn't winning. But he's what got me into it, right? Is that story. And now I watched. This is the first year I watched every IndyCar race. I live in Indianapolis, and I don't watch every IndyCar race, but now I do, and I'm huge into that and Formula E. Jake, you ever watch Formula E?
I've never watched it, but I do know like the electric cars. Yeah,
Yeah. It's cool. They've backed down on it, but when it first started, up until the last couple of years with their newest car, which is um, as fast as most NASCARs are, they had gamification as part of the sport. So they had the fan boost, and so fans would vote during the race, and the top 3 drivers to get votes would get a 15-second energy boost in their car that
Oh,
they could
wow.
use whenever they wanted in the second half of the race, which was kind
That's
of cool. It's
wild.
kind of fan
Yeah.
controlled. Yeah, they just dropped it. What they saw, which I think we all could have seen coming, was the same guys got it no matter what. Right, the same like 7 guys got it. Cycle them through, and so this, someone would be in like 19th place, they get fan boost. But they have all kinds of like weird rules because with an electric car you can play with like what energy level they're allowed to use and how much power and all that. So it's a lot of fun. So, and the Andretti team, the American team, just won the championship. Their driver did. So I'm a huge, all that to say, I would love for us to get into motor racing in some way. NASCAR, right, it would be a long way to go, but like there's all kinds of different racing leagues, even like midget or sprint car racing, right? Those like dirt track cars that go around, like wouldn't be terrible, I wouldn't think. But IMSA, right, is there. So yeah, motorsports would be fun. What's your favorite sport? Is it motorsports or you got another one that holds your heart?
I don't know. I'd say it's a toss up either between motorsports. I think football. If I go back to it, I think like my true first like love with sports was football. Growing up, I loved the Buccaneers, and I think what really sold me on that was the pirate ship. Every time they'd score, shoot the cannons. I actually got to see that this weekend, the first time in person, and that was
That's
really
dope.
awesome. And it kind of like
That's cool.
reinvigorated that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's dope.
I struggled. The FCF brought me back to football in
Yeah.
a real way. I
Me
still
too.
struggle with it. I don't watch a ton of NFL unless I'm betting on games, frankly.
Yeah.
But like, I played football in high school, and we played against a military academy here in Indianapolis or in Indiana. And they did the same thing as the Buccaneers. They shot effing cannons every time they scored. And we're watching film on Sunday morning. They didn't score a lot. We lost we lost the playoff game to them like 13-7. But like
Right, that's fair.
and like halfway through, the guy that's filming it, you have like an intern filming the game, right? So you can watch film the next day. But like the intern, like halfway through, he goes, "Okay, I get it. He's like, I thought every time they shot the cannon, they got points, but it's actually the other way around. He just like randomly says this in the film, like about halfway through a game with a chuckle. I'm surprised. Actually, I'm surprised Buccaneers scored at all with Baker Mayfield. But he seems to be doing all right.
Baker's been balling, bro. Baker's balling all day.
I've been pleasantly surprised with the team this year. I wasn't expecting much, but they've come out a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, they really have. I'm a nominally a Rams fan, and I thought he played well there last year at the end of the year. And so it's good to see him turning around. I'm rooting for Baker just because I liked his commercials. Yeah. Remember those when he's like renting Progressive Field or whatever it was from where he's living there when he was with the Browns.
Yeah.
That stuff cracked me up. So what are you most excited to jump into, Jake? Like, what are you ready to get your hands dirty with?
I mean, kind of everything. I know with the one thing I kind of just stopped doing, like once like with the whole FCF thing, is I was making videos and stuff, and that was something I kind of enjoyed. Looking forward to doing that again. Got to start brainstorming, come up with some good ideas. But I do like making some videos, content creation, that type of stuff.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. I'm excited for that. We were talking about that with the guys, right? Is that like Spacely and I have talked about, we really believe we can take the ABA by storm with content. We got this podcast, we're going to live stream games. Very few teams do that. Our social media is already blowing up. We already have over 2,500 followers across our social media, right? Like all of that is going really well. Our website looks awesome. So I'm excited for you to add to that too. I think it's going to go really well.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we'll get a bunch more people following us. Our players, like all three that we have so far, have personalities that are great for this stuff. So it's all falling into place, we hope. Let's talk updates really quick. We only got 15 minutes left. We've been running through this show, introducing all these people. Yeah. This is the record for the most guests. It was 2.
Yep. And average height.
And average height. This is for sure the record for average height on this show. Jake, how tall are you?
Probably 6 foot. Nowhere near the other two guys, but still the law averages. Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out, because if this October 1 tryout goes badly, we're gonna have to suit up. So I'm trying to figure out where everyone sits.
I always played like power forward, but I don't think
that's taken.
That's gonna turn out too well in the ABA.
Yeah, that's taken so far. Oh man. That's fine. Anyway, let's talk some updates. So people asked some of the speculation tonight. Like, this is the one disappointing thing I have. We still don't have a schedule. It's a struggle to get. Really, we need one more red division team. I have one that's supposed to get back to me. Hopefully, we'll have the schedule next week. It's been a real struggle. In fact, like, here's the thing. Like, I don't want to say the struggle with the ABA or the frustration with the ABA, because it's not that. But it is. Not the league. But like, the good thing about the ABA's model is that we buy a franchise, right? Like the floor to get into the ABA is exceptionally low, and it's led to a lot of good things for the ABA and made it the largest professional sports franchise in the world. The bad thing about that, and what I am seeing a little bit of now, is that like not all teams are created equally, right? Like not everyone's putting the same investment and time into their team for a variety of reasons. So teams come and go. And so like today, I'm not going to say who they are, but like 2 of the teams I reached out to are like, we're not playing this season. We're going to play next season, but we're on hiatus this year. You don't have that in the NFL or in the NBA, right? Like,
right.
Like as much as I think it'd be great, the Pacers don't call the Pistons up, and the Pistons are like, we're not playing this year, right? So that's made it a little more challenging, but we'll get through it. We'll have a schedule. I'm convinced we'll have a schedule for October 1.
We are at least only about 1 game away from it, but a couple more filler dates from that point, so that is right. One thing.
Yeah, we need 1 game on the schedule. to become playoff eligible, and then a couple filler dates. Yeah. And I announced it last week and the week before subtly, but our first game is November 5th. It's at home. We're calling it the homecoming game. Actually, I think that's news. We're calling it the homecoming game, November 5th. We're playing the Chicago Rebels. I'm really excited about that game. That's a really good franchise. It's been around for a while. Excited to watch AB and Dylan and Joe and the rest of this roster ball out in those slick jerseys. It's going to be great. Also, you can buy a custom jersey if you're looking in our shop. So I'm just saying, anyone that wants one of those, they're not pre-order. They're available to order now, right?
Yeah.
So there's that. We've really started the sponsorship push this week. We have had meetings with prospective sponsors. We're not going to name anyone yet, companies, until we put pen to paper, but really excited about how that's starting off. That's really going to be the push October 2nd on, right? It is now to an extent. Really, October 2nd on is when we start pushing sponsorships. As I've said before on the podcast, sponsorships are the way sports teams make money at this level, right? Ticket sales are nice, but sports sponsorships are even better. They're the money makers. So that's our hope. It's tough as an expansion team. We've been around for 5 months. The community really has only known about us for 2 months. If you think about it, right, when we started advertising for the tryout. And so starting to build those relationships, and I think it's going well so far. We'll see. I'm sure Jake and Spacely will help with that as we move along with the other owners. But I think those are the real big updates. Anything else on Spacely on your end that we're missing that we should update on?
No, just, looking forward to October 1st, just being able to get to this next tryout, get to see the rest of the guys coming out, see a couple more looks at some of the guys that we had at the first tryout, and just being able to piece this roster together, and plan, look forward from that point, and get through October, and we're right at November 5th. You know how it goes, dude.
Unfortunately, I do. I got hives that it's getting so close.
Yeah.
It's weird. Every day it gets closer.
It's weird how that works. Huh?
I know. I did not expect that to be the case. It feels like January was like 2 days ago.
It does. It really does, man. But yeah, just overall, excited. First of all, just to be able to, for the fans that don't know, all of our signed players will be at the tryout just to get a little bit extra work and kind of gel with the guys on the roster. Or
It'll be
the guys
to get
that
their opinion.
Yeah, that as well. It'd be very interesting. And just being able to get to see a glimpse of the instigators ahead of more practices, more behind the scenes work, things like that. And November 5th is just tomorrow away. And it really is, man. Time flies so fast, especially running an organization. Jake, just get used to it, because you'll start to look at the calendar and wonder, I thought it was freaking September 12th. It's 10 days ahead now. So
yeah.
But it's in a good way though, right? Like it's everything moves so fast, but it's because there's so many different moving pieces, right? Like there's so much that goes into getting this franchise, any franchise, but this one specifically for us, off the ground, right? And just in motion. And that first tip off, I've been waiting for months, dude.
And we're gonna win it. We're gonna win that tip off.
So yeah, for sure. But just being able to, I think, like, the emotions of it as an owner, right? Just being able to see every moving piece on that court when it comes, dude, it's just gonna be freaking. It's gonna be so many different whirlwinds of like emotion, just because it's different. It's very different from just looking at it as a fan, and and we've had opportunities as fans to still have relationships with players, right? Like there's still that peer-to-peer kind of connection, right? But man, being an owner and seeing knowing all the backstories, right? Knowing all the day befores, you know, and leading up to that moment of those games, it's just like it's just something I look forward to so much, dude. I can't wait. Like really, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but it's awesome. It's so,
Monday the governing board meets.
Yeah.
Right, for their monthly meeting. They're going to be putting out the agenda to patrons. Gosh, I just mispronounced that badly. Patrons for the first fan meeting, which is coming up in October as well. So like all this is rolling. You know, and
Yep.
so I'm excited for that. I know you guys are too. Finally give fans some input. Not on the it's, you know, it won't be so much on the instigators, right? That's like at that point we're ready to roll into the season, right? We'll do a look back in the April fan meeting, right, about how the season went. But it's going to be about the AAC, right, and about the business model, long-term strategies, and what we're talking about. We'll be setting that agenda. I'm excited for that. You know, like we've been talking all instigators because that's like what we're doing now, but there's also this whole other like broader picture that we want folks to see. And so patrons will get a chance to do that and actually weigh into that, which makes me excited as well. And then we go straight from that to November 5th and we start dunking on dunkers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm excited. Jake, you think you're going to make a game this year?
I'm definitely going to try my hardest to make one.
Yeah.
I'll see what strings I can pull, but I think I'm not going to 100% commit to it, but I think I'll be able to make at least one game.
I think is the championship in Atlanta? For some reason, I think the championship's in Atlanta.
Mobile, Alabama, April 16th through April 19th. That'll be the final 8, final 4, and the championship game.
So there we go. Somewhere halfway between us.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll just meet you there for the championship. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. We'll be there. We'll be there.
That's right. We'll be there.
Yes, sir.
Or if not, we'll we'll be real close.
Or if not, we'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, somewhere in the regular season. That's another tease, but we'll get into that.
True. That's true.
Yeah. So.
Wow, that's not a tease. That's a spoiler.
That's a tease. We didn't give them the full thing. They gotta.
That's true. That's true. We didn't say the date or anything like that, or even the name of the team that we're playing. Although they do share the same team name as my alma mater, so that's interesting.
There you go.
Sort of. Yeah, it's close. But anyway, so that I believe is our show for tonight. Jake, thanks for coming on. We're happy to have you. We're happy to have your excitement and skill. And you know, hopefully we're gonna win a bunch of games together, not just in the ABA, but going forward to a bunch of other leagues. So I'm excited.
Yes, sir.
Glad to join. I look forward to the future as well.
Yeah. Spacely, happy to have you on. What's our thing again? I don't remember.
All right. This is Instigate Success, building an ABA franchise. We are the apex of sports ownership. Be great. Instigate.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Till next time.
Yes, sir.